guys? I'm back. It's Carson. Welcome back to week 3, episode 3 of Open Mic at Indy. Today I'm here with a very special guest. I don't gotta say too much, but I am just for the purpose of introducing my guest. I'm here with 2024-2025 Conference Defensive Player of the Year, Dallas Brandon. A lot of accolades, y'all know who he is, but we're just gonna have a good episode, good conversation today for the purpose of talking to him. And Dallas, so the first thing I just want to know, how are you? How has this season been going? Senior year, how's everything looking for you?
Senior has been sensational so far. Just be able to have my last ride go as planned. I'm playing good, having good energy, and the team's playing good, so that's all I can ask for.
I like that. I feel like this episode, I've been thinking a lot about questions to ask you, and there's a lot of avenues I could take. I just wanted to know, for those who don't know, he's going to Virginia, going to be a Cav.
2 down.
Hey, going to be a Cav. I just wanted to know, so what was it like getting that call they offered you, the coaching staff over there? Tell me how the commitment process went, because I know that it's just, it's a good feeling. So just tell me how it went.
So the commitment process, boom, I'm on my last day of my OV down there in Charlottesville. I had seen everything I needed to see before. Visited the campus, talked to all the coaches, did the photo shoots, did the dinners, all that on OVs. So that last day we was finna go home. We get our exit meeting with Coach Elliott, that's the head coach of the University of Virginia. We just talked. But prior in the hotel room, talking to my parents, I'm like, I think I want to commit. So I got that in my mind, but I don't know if I'm finna commit today. So boom, we go there, we have our exit meeting with Coach Elliott. He talking about he would love to have us at a program, and that's when I was like, I think I want to join the program today. And that's why I committed in front of him. He was surprised. He didn't expect me to commit on the spot, and it's been a good feeling ever since. Being blessed to be in a position to go to school for free, play ACC ball, and live out your dream. You can't ask for much more, especially with a good staff like they got at Virginia.
Yeah, that's a good, considering all the other visits you went on, all the other coaches you talked to, things like that. What made you feel like Virginia was the one?
They were just the most authentic. I remember on OV, it was funny. We had a conversation with Coach Elliott in his slide about me. He had on the first slide, he said he was a sneakerhead, and I've seen it interacting with him. He got crazy collection of sneakers. He got Travis Scott's, Dior's, bunch of Jordans he's wore. It's crazy to think about. And you just like me in that aspect. We both like shoes. That's something we connect on. A lot of these coaches, it's transactional relationships. They just be blowing smoke. But with him, it's very authentic. You could talk and have a conversation with him. And that's how it is throughout the whole program. They were the most consistent recruit with me. They never lied to me. They never blew smoke in my face throughout the whole recruitment process when some other people did. So I just feel like a family down there. They're no different than you. They're no different than me. You could just talk regularly. They're just very authentic people, down to earth people.
Yeah, authenticity matters in anything you do, but especially when you're taking your talents, what you do, to someone else and allowing them to help you develop you and potentially get you to the next level. And I just wanted to talk about how was it, how did you kind of know, at what point did you know, I have a chance to do this, what I do now, what I do at the next level, and play D1 ball and just things like that? When did you find out I could really do this?
So when I really started figuring out I could go play at the next level, it was probably, I ain't gonna lie, it was probably my junior year Butler game. I knew I was talented my freshman and sophomore year. I knew I still had development to doing. But after my junior year Butler game, I went crazy that game. I went stupid. And the Virginia linebacker coach was at the game, and I think I went on a visit the next day. I went to a college game. I was everything everybody else on the field doing, I did in that game last night. You feel me? Even what the coach said, he said, you got instincts that I haven't seen before in other players. So that was the first time I was real confident, I could be one of the ones. based on my performance for that game, that was probably like the definitive to like I had thoughts of like, yeah, I can go play at Nessel, but that was the definitive moment. Like, yo, I know I'm one of the ones.
So yeah, that's interesting to hear from certain guys because like I talked to a lot of guys who are really talented and a lot of them also like they have a lot of different stories but specific games. And Butler, a rivalry game, like that's crazy that you kind of figured that out. Like you unlocked that second gear kind of at that game. And I wanted to talk a little bit about your pops. Like he played college ball. Yep, and he played here too. And I wanted to know, how has he had an impact on your football career?
He's had a big impact on my career. Like he been with me since playing Little League ball. He didn't want to take me to trainings, take me to practices. And he the one who pushed me when I be being lazy. I ain't gonna lie. I think everybody had their lazy moments, them days where you don't want to get up. But he'll just like be like, folk, like you got to get up, come on, we going to the field. Like he don't give me no chance, like no choice. But also in middle school, me and him have a conversation. He was like, I'm not gonna push so hard if you don't want it. I know my freshman year, I had like at the end of middle school, I was like, I went up to him and told him like, yeah, I want this bad. And that's like ever since we been going to trainings almost every week. Like recovery, all that, long car rides, we be talking. He's basically saying like, you gonna get in what you put in, you gotta work for this. I'm gonna help you get there, but you the one who had to put the work in. That's what we always talk about. You be saying I'm proud of you because, yeah, I'm the one who paying for the training sessions. Yeah, I'm the one taking you all these places. But at the end of the day, I can't make you put the work in. So I'm more than appreciative of him and my mom for supporting me. You know, he been real crucial. Just seeing it, like be able to lean on him for advice in different situations, like recruiting, football, just on the football aspect, because he went through it. He did it. Went to SEC, so like he hasn't experienced nothing I haven't been experiencing these last 4 years. So it's been a great resource.
Yeah, it's always good to have a support system just to help you out, even when you don't think you can help yourself. And we've been looking forward a lot. You know, we've been looking Virginia. We've been talking about your past, but I want to look into the current state of Dallas Brandon. So Independence, you know, big win last week, 35-zip, Mallard Creek. I didn't see it coming. I know a lot of people didn't see it coming, but it happened. And we gonna show y'all balled out. But I wanted to talk about this season. How has it been for you leading the team as a senior, just as like the definitive captain? Like you're the signal caller on that defense. Everyone knows it. The other team knows it. The coaches know it. So I just want to know, what has it been like for you? What has that experience been like for you?
See, that's funny you asked me that question. So my best friend Cam, we and him was texting the other day. Mm-hmm. He texted me like, I wish you had played with this much swagger when we was playing together last year, because he was senior last year. And that the reason I say that is I feel like your senior year is the year you become most confident. Like you really got it. Like, you really start feeling yourself. Feel like, yeah, I'm that. Yeah, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And that's why I felt like all senior year, just knowing like the most confident I've been to like take over games, in that aspect. But yeah, senior has been fun, and knowing like being a senior, it hit different, like mistakes, people goofing on practice, because you know like that clock ticking down. Yeah. Like this your last year, like you got to make some shake this year. So it gives you more sense of seriousness, I guess. Yeah. When thinking about it. I've been a captain my last 2 years, but you know, like it's just different senior year, knowing this like, your team.
Like you don't answer to nobody.
This like, your team. Yeah. Like you got control of everything. You gonna decide how this thing go. Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest aspect, is like stepping into that confidence. Like, yeah, you got the keys now. You decide how this thing gonna be ran.
Yeah, I like that, and just. I see the swagger too. Like I see the difference in how you've been moving. Like last year, you know, you was just strictly business, but now you really like, and I like that. Like I like to see the difference, the change in like confidence and things like that. And so a lot of people see you around school every day. They see you around daily, but they don't get to know the real Dallas Brandon like outside of football. Just talk to me about who you are. Like outside the game, like what you like to do to relax, to kind of take your mind off football, because everybody needs that, like that little pause from their sport and like break. I just want to know what you do to kind of like step outside that football mindset, and just how you tap out?
I'm glad you answered this question because everybody, like, people who don't know me, they say they like met me for the first time. They think I'm so serious, but I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. Like outside of school, like I really just be watching. I be watching anime, Netflix. I play the game. I also make beats, and I like listening to music. I mean, I don't really be doing too much outside of school. I'll go hang out with my friends, but I just be chilling outside of school. Really watching TV.
Yeah.
And YouTube videos about like a bunch of different stuff. My favorite YouTube channel is called Movie Wins, I think, and they break down different stuff on movies and like the backstory behind movies and like breaking them down. So I'll be doing different stuff like that in my free time, like just chilling.
All right, so my last question, I'm gonna make this this is gonna be a tricky question. Where do you see this team at the end of the season, after playoffs and because y'all a playoff team. Y'all are going to the 7-day playoffs and things like that. And I know you're hurt right now, left leg. But I just want to know, when you get back, where do you see this team going? Where do you and Jared and Prince and those guys, those leaders, and Nick, where do you plan on taking this team?
I feel like I definitively feel like this team is gonna be a state championship team. Just from the different experience we had this year. Like, not too many teams they could say like they've had the lows of getting blown out 35-0 to the highs of, or 35-0 to the highs of beating somebody 35-0.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this year we've really been battle tested. I can't say the same for too much other people. Like, we had the close games against Charlotte Christian. We've had the blowouts of Chambers. I feel like a lot of people have grew up this season. I feel like that's the main thing, because we've had a lot of guys that haven't played. Like, this is their first year starting on varsity. So I feel like we have a lot of growth this season. And I'll just keep it a band. Like, everybody on this team, well, most people on this team hungry. There's not a lot of people on this team with college offers or college commitments. So, I mean, we still working, we still hungry, we still want stuff. Me too, like, even though I'm committed, I'm still hungry. I still want to accomplish more in my high school career. I feel like I haven't done enough yet. I still want to keep going and playing with my boys. So I feel like this is a state championship team just because of the growth and the improvement we made week by week. And we've been taking the deep waters and came out the other side. You can't say too much you can't say the same for other teams. So I feel like that's going to be the separator. We know how to operate in them high pressure situations.
Well, I just want to thank you for coming on. I see y'all operate in those high pressure situations. I see y'all come out of it. I think the team looks really good. State contender, state champs, like, hopefully. And I just want to thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving me some of your time today. Chat it up, talk about stuff.